you're an immigrant?
Yes, I am.
Oh, no one told me that.
Yeah.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Kenya.
Kenya. Okay. Who sends from Kenya, I think? What's the name of the city?
I don't come from a city. I come from a village.
Uh-huh. Is there a name of the village?
Well, it wouldn't even be known, but I would say.
If I Google map it, will I find it?
No.
Pardon me if my ignorance is coming through.
What's a typical population of a village?
Yeah, is there a Walmart?
A Walmart? We don't have Walmarts. Actually, I don't think we have a Walmart in
Kenya, period?
I don't think we do.
No.
Well, not that I know of. Yeah. But it's small town, similar to small town here.
Uh-huh.
But when you talk of small town, you have one shop and you have a tea place. Not a Tim Hortons, a tea place where, you know.
Sorry, did you say one tea place?
Yeah, one or two. It's just, yeah.
We can walk to one or two Tim Hortons where we are right now. And they have like 20 staff in each of them.
Yeah. No, it's a different it's a different place.
For sure.
Yeah, and yeah.
And you want to leave, obviously?
I
Because you're educated. You're well educated. More than us.
So what? Well, I left Kenya to go and do a master's in Belgium. I did a master's in Belgium, lived there for 3 years, and then I came to Canada to do a PhD.
Very cool.
But I ended up doing a master's in Halifax. Yeah, and that's where I stayed in a student rental. So that was where I began.
So you had experience.
Yeah.
You had experience as a student.
I lived in
Very
yeah.
How many years ago was that?
I came in 2001.
Cool.
So.
How old were you then? Can I ask?
I was in my 30s. Yeah.
So these opportunities aren't available back home? You had to go to Belgium and Halifax?
No, I had a scholarship when when I went to Belgium, and then I got a scholarship to come here too. So.
Oh, so you're really smart.
No, not really. I'm just opportunity skill.
Okay.
I'm probably downplaying it a little bit. I'm sure not everybody's just handed a scholarship. So.
What's Halifax? Why'd you come out here? Why didn't you stay in Halifax? I love Halifax.
Halifax was it was a nice city. Lots of snow. I didn't like it. But then in terms of job opportunities in my profession, this place is better. Ontario is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The population is also
Population
larger.
is massive compared to out east. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when did you start getting into real estate?
We bought our house in 2005 when Zero Down was still available.
That was a good day.
Wow.
That's how I got into the market. Otherwise, I didn't have the down payment.
That you missed out.
Yeah.
Zero down.
But at that time, I actually started house hacking because we were specifically, I told my realtor at that time, I'm not looking at any house that didn't have a tenant. Yeah. And my calculation was that I was paying almost $1,000 in an apartment, and the house that we were to purchase, the houses in Mississauga were like $300,000 that time.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
That was expensive then, of course.
It was very expensive.
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I thought it was ridiculous.
But the interest rate was also high. Yeah? So my
Sorry, do you remember what the interest rate was for the young people that are listening?
It was around 4%.
Oh my
around
God, 4%.
And it went to 5% at
Yeah,
one
I think
point.
they were creeping up then. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was on variable. and then it came down, and I was like, I felt blessed. It came down. But my calculation was that if I was paying 1,500 in an apartment, if I was able to get into a house that the mortgage was around 1,500 at that time, and a tenant was paying me the tenant was paying 700. So I was way ahead.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's how my expenses after I moved into the house was less than when I was in apartment. Yeah. So I think that's when I got into real estate. Yeah.
So sorry, what was the tenant renting? A room, a basement?
At the basement. So we lived upstairs, and she lived in the basement.
Got it.
Yeah. And
Fully legal, right? All legit, permits and everything.
No, I
No
didn't
comment?
know. I didn't know anything about that.
I don't even think they had permitted basement suites back then. They were all illegal.
So they had their own they had separate
They had-
kitchen.
Yeah.
They have a separate side entrance, or?
Separate. Everything was separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Sorry, what was the property? Was it like an 800,000 square foot bungalow type thing, or?
no, it was a semi-detached, around 1,800.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big one.
Yeah.
Two-story?
Two-story.
Okay,
Yeah.
'Cause that's about what you paid for your Winterberry
Yeah.
for the same square footage.
Yes. Yeah.
And you still have that house?
No. We sold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what has helped us do all these things.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because initially it was like pay down your mortgage until I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and and then I read the Smith Maneuver book, and things change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing how just a couple that there seems to be a lot of common first books that a lot of real estate investors read. Rich Dad Poor Dad being the one I hear the most,
Yeah.
myself included.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I actually kind of pivoted lately though, as in the second book I think is our book. And obviously I'm biased, but if you want, because I think you need to be tactical for today. And you think about all the books we read in the past for specifically around real estate, they're not tactical for today,
No.
right? So
Yeah.
versus ours tactical for today's market. So I am
The-
biased obviously, but what would you read second?
Yeah, there's so many books that were fantastic, but the underlying principle still is valid today, but like you said, the tactical and the execution doesn't work
Yeah.
in this market. So you need something that's been updated for sure.
Yeah. Especially like for myself, I'm analytical, so I need to first start with the macro. So the book, the first chapter I wrote was on macroeconomics. So, and I think when you look at it that way, it drives the decision. Like, because in my opinion, it's a mistake not to have real estate. I think you guys would agree.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's an endorsement of the book.
He hasn't even read it yet.
He knows what to. You've heard us present it from the front of the room.
Yeah.
It's not different. We're not that creative. Hill, you want to talk about building a business?
Yeah, the thing is, in terms of most of us work,
Yeah.
okay, and
Yeah, you have a full-time job
I have a full-time
outside
job.
of real estate. Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, I see a lot of real estate investors who move from move from a full-time job to investing, but being an active investor, and that is just like having a full-time job. So after reading several books, I think one needs passive income that does not rely on your time. And so even when you're building a business, of course, the first few years, there'll be some groundwork to be done. But the eventuality is that you need to have the business run on its own. Okay, so that's where I come from in terms of any business that you create. You don't want to be an employee of the business. You
Mhm.
want to own the business, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be transferring your status as an employee to another status where you are still an employee. And that doesn't give you freedom. And I think why most people do real estate is more to have freedom to do other things that they love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So